This is Greg Trotwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and we're here in New Orleans at the International Workboat Show, and we're very pleased to be joined by Rafael Gomez of ABS Wavesight to discuss the evolution of this innovative company. So, Rafael, to start us off, I know many people watching obviously know the ABS Wavesight name, but why don't you give us a recap of 2024 and when you look ahead to 2025, what's it look like?
So we've had a really exciting year with a lot of improvements to our software platforms, specifically Nautical Systems and eLogs. Nautical Systems has received a number of upgrades to all of its modules, and eLogs has received a number of approvals from many flag states, the latest being Brazil. So these are actually really exciting, and we are looking forward to 2025 because we are making continued investment into all of our products and have some exciting things on tap.
Can we take a little bit deeper dive specifically into eLogs? I guess explaining how it assists with compliance and operational efficiency.
So eLogs is obviously, as the name implies, an electronic logging solution that replaces many of the paper logbooks that are currently in use across the maritime industry. Change doesn't come easy in the maritime space, as you know, and some people are still clinging onto these paper logbooks. But these create a problem of their own in that to ensure that you're complying with regulations, you have to wait until if you're using paper logbooks, you have to wait until the vessel docks. You have to then collect the logbooks. You have to then start to enter it manually into some other system before you can start to assess whether in fact you've complied with the regulation. eLogs simplifies all of that by allowing users to actually log their information right on a tablet and to upload that automatically to the central office. If there's not an online connection, it will hold the information offline and wait until there is an online connection, and then that flows automatically to the central office. The beauty of that is that the compliance officers on shore can actually confirm instantly or fairly instantly that data is being logged across the whole fleet, and if not, they can take action quickly. These are logbooks for MARPOL requirements. They're developed with security in mind, and they're really tamper-proof. So they're really a great alternative to paper logbooks.
As you know, there are challenges in this industry aplenty. When we talk to owner-operators, one of those challenges is just the procurement process. How does ABS Wavesight make that process, or how is it designed to make that process more efficient?
So when you talk about procurement, you're really talking about Nautical Systems and one of the modules that it provides, right? So procurement becomes especially important when you're completing maintenance tasks and you're depleting some of your parts inventory, which can create problems down the road if you're not tracking what parts you're missing, right? So you could actually have a crew member go to complete a job and find out that they don't have the part that they need. Purchasing module and Nautical Systems allows them to and will automatically actually create a requisition when thresholds are crossed on inventory, and that requisition will go to the purchasing team, which then can put out a request for quotation to all of their vendors and have that information that returns from the vendors be automatically logged in, and if there's integration to the ERP system, that can actually flow up to your SAP or Oracle Financials or whatever you use. Additionally, through integration to third-party products that we partner with that offers an e-procurement system where the procurement people can actually see catalogs of their favorite parts, the ones that they use the most, and place an order directly on there with preferred prices and have that, all the invoicing and everything returned electronically.
And we talk as I say, a lot about this whole digitalization, the technology, the ability to do something like predictive and or condition-based monitoring. Does ABS Wavesight play in that space?
Absolutely. So the procurement module that we just talked about works very closely with the maintenance module in Nautical Systems. And the maintenance module is really meant to create pre-planned, pre-scheduled maintenance tasks, job requests, but also ad hoc ones. These allow you to ensure that you're meeting regulations, meeting requirements, increasing your uptime. We've actually had clients tell us that by increasing their uptime just by 1% with our maintenance module, they've saved $1 million of lost revenue. So the maintenance module is really key in not only keeping your vessels running and complying with the regulations from, say, the class societies, to also preserving revenue.
There are a lot of quote unquote digitalization companies, service providers. What makes ABS Wavesight stand out amongst this crowd?
There's a handful of them here.
Yeah.
I know them well, and I think the market probably knows them well. But there are some stark differences. So first of all, security is very important to us. You know, when we manage our customers' information, we know that they're entrusting us with it. And so we go to great lengths to make sure that our systems, our processes, and our infrastructure are secure. And we do that by allowing ourselves to be audited at least once a year by a third party who does a SOC 2 Type 2 compliance analysis, looking at everything from the security of our data centers to the processes we have in place should we have a cybersecurity breach, to what employees do when there's a threat. So, for example, once every month or so, I get a fake phishing email, and if I don't respond the right way and do the right thing, I get put in IT jail, and I have to go through some extra steps to make sure that I show that I understand how to deal with phishing attempts. Right. So this happens with all employees at ABS, not just Wavesight, and it's just one of the many ways that we ensure that customers' data is protected. In addition, the product is inspected, the process, the technology we use, everything about what we're providing our customers is investigated, and reports come back, and it allows us to take action to make sure that the product is safe. So security is one thing. The other is comprehensive functionality. So there are a few vendors out there that handle maintenance. Some of them allow some level of crewing. There's what they call compliance. But really what customers that have looked at these solutions and ours and have chosen ours to tell us is that we have much greater depth of functionality to ensure that you're covering all your bases. For example, most of these companies don't have a dry dock module to handle those moments when you've got to take your vessel off to dry dock exercise. So that's an important part of our product. The crewing module goes to much greater depth, we're told. When you look at the maintenance module, the equipment list on the vessels is organized in a way that makes it a lot better to use for large fleets. Seamless integration is another important key differentiator. So, for example, all of these modules I've mentioned can be used independently, or they can be used jointly. And that's really important because by integrating the modules with each other, you can do things, for example, like requiring a user to do a safety pre-analysis before they do a maintenance job to ensure that they're prepared, that they're qualified, that they're taking the right steps, and to prevent safety issues in advance. Right? So that's important. The kind of integration I mentioned earlier between maintenance and purchasing, where as parts are consumed, inventories are automatically updated, and requests are made. That's another example of that integration. However, we also make it a lot easier to integrate to third-party systems. A common one is an ERP system, right? So if you make a purchase, you want to, always include information with your ERP system. If you are using our payroll module, you also want to integrate to your human resource capital system. So all of these integrations are very common for us and something that we often do.